was born the year the last well in the province dried. My mother tied a cloth around my head to keep the dust out. That's my first memory. The cloth in her hands and the color of the dead. Not death, just gray, the color that was everything. The sky, the ground, the air between the two. I learned that colors meant the name of something before I understood they could be true. She told me about green and I believed her, the way a child believes the things they're told. She told me about rain and I accepted that somewhere in the future it would hold. I found something in the gray worth living. My mother carried stories like a second skin. The way she spoke the rain, I almost felt it. The way she held the memory of green, as if by holding tight enough she'd heal it. I used to wonder if the green she described was something I would recognize or lose. Would I see it and know it by its feeling, or see a thing that simply looked like food? She had, which was enormous, the inventory of the world before. And I built something out of her, remembering that I could hand my child and something more. I was born in the gray, I learned the world in shades of dust and absence. I was born in the gray, never given. I was born in the gray, and I found something in the gray worth living. My child was born in a tent between two mountains. The first breath of her life was dust and wind, but she laughed, and that was not something the gray taught her. That was something that began from within. And I thought, this is what my mother gave me. This is the gene she passed before the green. Not just the memory of what had been living, but the laughter that insists on what will be. I am the generation in the middle, the one who holds the memory and the hand, the one who never had the thing we're walking toward, but understands, because someone who loved me held it out like light, and I held it out the same to someone small enough to run ahead of me. Into the rain, I was born in the gray, and I will die with my feet in the green.
On the 40th day, the child stopped asking questions. On the 60th, my grandmother stopped her song. On the 72nd, when I thought the worst had happened, she started singing again, and we walked on. The dust had gotten into everything by then. Our shoes, our food, the water that we kept. And the mountain in the distance didn't seem to move. However many days and hours we stepped. This is the part they leave out of the story. The part where you forget what you are walking for. The part where love becomes just putting one foot forward, and hope becomes just trying to do it more. Dust and distance, that is all there is. Dust and distance, the grammar of this. We did not come here for the middle of the crossing. We came here for the valley at the end. Dust and distance measure everything, but even dust and distance have an end. My daughter found a pebble shaped like something. She said, "Grandmother, does this look like a tree?" My mother squinted at it, turned it, smiled at me, and said, "It looks exactly like the one we're going to see." And we laughed, and laughing in the dust is everything. It cracked the gray just slightly, just enough. And I thought, this is what my mother has been carrying. Not grief, but the ability to laugh. This is the part they leave out of the story. The laughing at a pebble in the dust. The finding of a temporary shelter from the nothing. The turning of necessity to trust. Dust and distance, that is all there is. Dust and distance, the grammar of this. We did not come here for the middle of the crossing. We came here for the valley at the end. Dust and distance measure everything, but even dust and distance have an end. On the 90th day, we saw the line of mountains that my grandmother had carried in her mind. The jagged edge she'd pressed into my childhood. The exact same shape, exactly left behind.
grandmother said nothing, she just cried. There is a kind of weeping that is not grief. It is the sound of a very long-held thing, released at last into the present tense, because the present tense turned out to be true.
I carried this for 30 years.
I carried what you carried,
and I will carry what you both gave me.
all the way to where the rain began. Dust and distance
We're all there was.
Dust and distance.
The grammar of the cause. We did not come here for the middle of the crossing. We came here for the valley at the end.
Dust and distance.
Measured everything, and even dust and distance reach their end.
I smelled it before I saw it, as it should be. The earth below the mountain knows the sky. The petrichor arrived before the first cloud, the way the body knows before the mind. And I stopped walking, and I breathed it slowly, and all those years they moved inside my chest. And the child looked up and said, I smell it, grandmother. And I said, yes, that is the smell, that is the test. This is the moment that I built the crossing for. This is the valley that my mother showed to me. This is the rain that I have been describing for 30 years, arriving finally. First rain on a face that never felt it. First rain on the hands held open wide. First rain in a life that only heard it. First rain is what it feels like to arrive. And grandmother feels it as remembering, and parent feels it as the thing believed, and child feels it new without a word for it. And all three know exactly what they've received.
My daughter stood inside the opening rain with both arms lifted and her face turned up. And I watched my mother watch her, and I understood that this was what the carrying was for. Not just arrival, but the specific arrival of someone who has never felt this thing, in the exact place that was walked toward for a lifetime, and the exact moment that the clouds begin to sing. And everything the grandmother had described was landing now as physical, as real. And every gray day of the crossing was behind us, and the valley floor was teaching us to feel. First rain on a face that never felt it. First rain on the hands held open wide. First rain in a life that only heard it. First rain is what it feels like to arrive. And grandmother feels it as remembering, and parent feels it as the thing believed, and child feels it new without a word for it. And all three know exactly what they've received. I don't have words, you warned me I wouldn't.
I am standing in the thing itself, and there's no word for the cold of it, the realness of it, the loudness of how quiet and enormous it is heard by a body that has never held a sound before, by a face that's feeling cold for the first time, by a child who ran ahead into the valley and arrived before the others and was fine. This is the place, this is the valley, this is the rain, I can feel it. This is, I don't know what this is. That's because you have to make the word yourself. That's because this is yours, not borrowed. It's like being arrived. It's like being arrived. After everything, this is what arrived looks like. Green and wet and home. First rain falling on 3 generations. First rain landing in the open air. First rain arriving like an exile. First rain in the valley under stars. The grandmother's green is here and real. The parent's gray was the road, not the world. The child's first train is the beginning of everything arriving unfurled. We walked across the dust and distance. We carried what we needed to arrive. First rain, we are Come sit beside me, I'll tell you about water. Not from a well, not from the collector jar. About the kind that falls from actual heaven. About the kind that doesn't know what scarcity is. The first thing about rain is that you smell it before a single drop has reached the ground. The earth sends up a perfume toward the coming that tells the whole valley something good is found. And the child sits with her legs crossed, listening the way that children listen when it's real, when they know the teller has something they can't fake, some knowledge that's too specific not to feel. Stories of water, the kind that falls from the sky. Stories of water, the grandmother's supply. One of them remembers, one of them believes, and between remembering and believing, both of them receive stories of water carried through the years. Stories of water arriving through the tears that the grandmother doesn't quite cry as she gives the child what she never had to buy. The rain, does it come all at once or slowly? Slowly at first, a few drops on your hand. What does cold feel like on your face? Like someone answering a question you forgot you'd planned. Can you catch it in your mouth? Yes, and it tastes like nothing. Nothing?
clean nothing, no dust, no mineral, no heat. The closest thing I know is silence. Rain tastes like the air before a word complete. And the child is writing this in a different alphabet, the one where bodies learn before the brain. And her hands are cupped in her lap, already in the exact position to receive the rain. Stories of water, the kind that falls from the sky. Stories of water the grandmother supplied. One of them remembers, one of them believes, and between remembering and believing, both of them receive stories of water carried through the years. Stories of water arriving through the tears that the grandmother doesn't quite cry as she gives the child what she never had to buy. The rain. When the rain comes, you'll forget I told you. Your body will know it without the word. But will I remember you inside the knowing? I hope that what you feel is something heard, something that was waiting to be answered, something that you somehow always knew. The body's oldest conversation, water, and the one who loved you, meeting you in it too. I tell you this because when I am gone, the telling will remain in how you feel it. The way my mother told me is still with me, in how I receive every drop of water as a gift and as a greeting. And now I give that to you. So when you stand inside the valley's rain, you'll feel me and your mother and the whole long line who walk toward this. These are stories of water that lived in me to give you. Stories of water from a grandmother to a child. These are stories of water that cross the gray and the distance. Stories of water carrying the green for miles. One remembers, one believes, both receive. Between the memory and the believing is a gift. The rain. My grandmother says rain falls from above the clouds. I've seen the clouds, they look like they could hold things. My father says it smells before it arrives. I've memorized the phrase, petrichor, earth singing. I've pressed my nose to the dust and tried to smell it, the version that precedes the falling water. But all I find is dry and hot and waiting. And my grandmother says, yes, that is the before. I am the question at the end of everything. I am the why that needs a living answer. I am the child who has been told about the grandmother says a field of grass is different from the dust that it pushes back beneath your foot. My grandmother says the sound of wind through wheat is the closest you can get to what words overlook. I've practiced being ready to be astonished. I've practiced receiving something vast and new. I've practiced opening my hands to catch the rain, the way my grandmother said, cup them like you do. When you hold something precious that might spill, I said, I've never held anything that spills. She said, that's what the rain will teach you, child, that abundance is the thing that overfills. I am the question at the end of everything. It, though I don't know what I'm talking. I am the child who never saw rain, who knows it only as a promised world. I am the child who never saw rain, but carries it like something to unfurl. They say, you'll know it when you feel it, child. They say the cold of it will catch you by surprise. I am the child who never saw rain, and I am walking every day to find the place where it will fill my eyes. Last night I dreamed the rain and I was ready. I opened both my hands and turned my face, and everything my grandmother described arrived. And I was wet, and I was in the place, and in the dream I understood immediately the way you understand the things you've always known, that water falling from the sky is not a wonder. It is the world reminding you you're home. When I told my grandmother about my dream, she held my face between her hands and wept. And I said, Grandmother, don't. She said, these are the kind of tears that happen when the thing you've carried for so long is finally already almost here. I am the child who never saw rain, and in my dream I stood inside its falling. I am the child who never saw rain, but I am ready. I can hear it calling. My grandmother's green is almost at my feet. My father's gray is almost at its ending. I am the child who never saw rain, and I am almost there.
I was 34, the summer of the fires, the smoke that turned the daylight orange-brown. I drove my children eastward through the mountains and watched the place we'd built begin to drown. In fire, not in water, that was the irony. The river's gone and the forest burning down. The sky the color of a dying ember, above the dust that used to be our
thought it was a season, I thought it would pass. I thought the world would catch itself and right. I thought the people in the cities knew things that would hold the darkness back before the night. The day the fires came, everything we'd been was suddenly the past. The day the fires came, nothing that had mattered seemed to last. I do not tell this to break you with the weight. I do not tell it to make you fear. I tell it so that when we reach the valley, you understand what we are carrying here. We spent 3 years moving east from the fires. We found communities and lost them too. We found the wells were running dry in sequence, and the ones who'd stayed were learning what to do. With nothing, how to plant and die in soil, how to catch the little moisture in the air, how to teach a child that scarcity means patience, and patience means you'll have something to share. And your father was born in the second moving, the one who knew only what came after the fall. He never asked me why the sky was gray gold. He simply took it as the world, the old. The day the fires came, everything we'd been was suddenly the past. The day the fires came, nothing that had mattered seemed to last. I do not tell this to break you with the weight. I do not tell it to make you fear. I tell it so that when we reach the valley, you understand what we are carrying here. And what we carry is not grief, though grief is in it. What we carry is the reason and the root. What we carry is the knowledge of the valley, and the knowledge that the valley bears its fruit still. Even now, in the crook of the mountains, where the cold air keeps the rainfall on its course, where my mother stood inside the running river and passed the living water to its source. I am not warning you, I am equipping you. I am not mourning, I am mapping the way back. The day the fires came was 30 years ago, and we have been walking, and we are almost back. The day the fires came was not the end, it was the first long step. The day the fires came, we learned what we could carry and be kept. We do not grieve the world that ended there. We carry it as knowledge and as care, because the day the fires came was the beginning of the walk that brings us here.
On the 102nd day, I sat down in the dust and said, I cannot go further today. My mother sat beside me without speaking, and my daughter took my hand and didn't say anything, which was the right thing, because words would not have held the weight of what I felt. The weight of being the generation in the middle who must carry what was given and what was dealt. There are nights when the distance is just distance, when the valley is a story and not a place, when the gray has been the gray for long enough that you forget the word for any other face. The night we almost stopped was the night we didn't, and that is the whole story. The night we almost stopped was the night we chose to carry our own glory, not with speeches, not with fire, not with light, not with light, but with a hand in hand in hand in the dark. The night we almost stopped was the night we sat down and then got up again. And that is what the courage looks like in the actual thing.
I have sat down in the dust before, in the first year, when the fires came and everything was lost. I have sat in the middle of an ending and felt the unbearable weight of the cost. And every time there was a hand beside me,
Not a speech,
not a plan,
just I am here.
and the hand was worth more than any reason.
Oh, and the hand was worth more than any conquered fear. There are nights when the only map is feeling, when the only compass is the one who won't let go, when the valley might as well be a conversation about something you once thought you used to know. The night we almost stopped
Was the night we didn't, and that is the whole story.
the night we almost stopped.
Was the night we chose to carry our own glory.
Not with speeches, not with fire, not with light,
not with light,
but with a hand in hand in hand in the dark.
the night we almost stopped.
Was the night we sat down,
And then got up again.
and that is what the courage looks like in the actual thing. I didn't know that night was a crisis. I only knew my father's hand felt cold. I only knew my grandmother pressed closer and sang a piece of something very old.
And I sang back the part I'd learned from listening.
And he looked at me with something breaking free.
And I didn't know then, I know it now, that what broke free
Was what kept him going for me.
Thank you for not leaving me to the dust.
This is what I was built for. I was built to carry.
I didn't know I was helping, I was just there,
And that is the whole thing.
just being there.
Not more.
Just,
Present.
just,
Yours.
just.
We are not walking away from you tonight.
Or any night.
We are walking toward the valley.
Together.
That is the whole thing.
The night we almost stopped
Was the night we learned what we were made
the
of.
night we almost stopped.
Was the night the love became a fact.
Not a feeling,
What a fact!
what we could carry before morning. 3 people and the distance and the dark.
My grandmother took the packet of old seeds. My father took the tools and I took heart.
Not literally, I took the things she told me.
The green inside the stories she had kept.
And all 3 of us stood at the road's beginning
And breathed and took the step.
There is a moment before every journey
Where the distance tries to turn you back around.
but we had been preparing for this lifetime.
And we knew that what we sought was to be found.
The road ahead,
It's long and gray and dusty.
the road
It
ahead,
has no maps left to read.
but between the 3 of us, we have the memory.
And the love and the will and what we need.
The road ahead,
Will ask us everything we're made of.
it will test the fiber of what we believe.
But the road ahead is pointing toward the valley.
And we are not the kind who turn to leave. I've walked this kind of road before in memory.
I know where the dust gives way to different ground.
I've been saving every piece of what she's told me
For this exact moment when we start the round. I've been practicing being ready for the astonishing.
holding open space inside for what comes next.
And together we are more than any roadway can test.
There is a courage made of ordinary people,
Who carry what they love beyond the gray.
and it asks for nothing more than forward motion.
And a willingness to keep the green inside today.
The road ahead,
Is long and gray and dusty.
the road ahead,
Has no maps left to read.
but between the 3 of us, we have the memory.
And the love and the will and what we need.
The road ahead,
Will ask us everything we're made of.
it will test the fiber of what we believe.
But the road ahead is pointing toward the valley.
And we are not the kind who turn to leave. We've been 6 days walking since we left the camp.
The dust is fine and gets behind the teeth.
My grandmother hums as she walks old songs,
Songs from when the world had green beneath.
and I find myself humming what she hums.
And my father ends a low line that he knows.
3 voices find their way to something ancient.
And the road beneath us almost glows.
I see the mountain that I saw when I was young.
I see a sky that's lightened at the edge.
I see something I don't have a word for yet.
But grandmother says It's what comes before the pledge
that land makes to the people who have walked it.
and we are trusting it.
And it is lightning,
And the road ahead is narrowing to a star.
the road ahead.
Is long, but something's changing.
The road ahead.
Is finding its own green.
Between the three of us
We have the memory
and the love
and the will.
and everything between. The road
Ahead is opening.
not closing. The road ahead believes in what we need.
We are the family walking toward the valley.
And we are not the kind who turn from what we love.
From what we love.
You were born between two storms in a gray October. The first breath you drew was dust and wind and me. And I held you in the one clean piece of cloth I had, and thought, this is the most important thing I'll ever see.
Not the valley, not the rain, not even mother's green.
But this unrepeatable and immediate thing.
A person who had never seen the world yet.
And already was absolutely everything. I didn't know if I was bringing you towards something,
Or taking you away from something else.
I only knew that forward was the only option.
And you were in my arms and that was wealth.
This is what I carry for you.
Not a memory.
You'll have your own. This is what I carry for you.
Not a past.
You'll build your own. I carry the willingness to keep on walking.
I carry the courage not to lay down here.
This is what I carry for you.
In every step
And every step
is for your future, not my fear.
you ask me why the grandmother sings so often.
I tell you,
Because she has more songs than us.
you ask me why the sky is never the right color.
I tell you, it is changing.
Every day it does.
You ask me things I don't have answers for yet, and I answer with,
We're going to find out,
and you take that like it's everything,
which it is.
because you haven't learned the shape of doubt.
And I am grateful
God, I am grateful
that you received the world without the weight,
that you receive the walking as the whole thing.
without the grief of what we left at the gate.
This is what I carry for you. Not a memory. You'll have your own. This is what I carry for you.
Not a past. not my fear.
On the nights the cold comes down between the mountains, I hold you while you sleep and watch the stars.
The ones my mother named for me when I was young,
and gave to me.
and now I'm giving ours.
The same stars, different skies, still pointing somewhere.
Still doing what a star is for.
The light, and you sleep in the knowledge that tomorrow
Will be the day we get it right.
I want you to know
When you're older and remembering
that the crossing was not all hardship and dust,
that there were nights of extraordinary quiet.
and a feeling I can only call trust.
Trust in the walking,
Trust in your grandmother's green,
trust in the pebbles,
shaped like the tree,
trust in the child
who laughed in the middle of the desert.
and reminded me what walking is.
For me,
This is what I carry for you, and it has carried me through everything. This is what I carry for you,
it has been the song beneath the carrying, the willingness,
to keep on walking.
the courage not to lay down anywhere.
This is what I carry for you,
In the valley when we reach it,
will be yours before it's mine.
because I carried everything I had,
So you could just
arrive.
I remember the morning the rain came in July, the smell of it before it hit the ground. I remember how the wheat field turned its face toward the clouds and made a certain sound. A sound I cannot teach you, only tell you. The way a whole living field breathes together, the way the earth remembers what it needs and opens when the sky decides to offer. I have been carrying this for 30 years, the map of what the world was in my chest, the green of it, the wet of it, the living. I hold it like a debt I can't divest. When the world was green, the rivers ran so loud you couldn't hear yourself. When the world was green, there were trees so old they kept the rain themselves. I have the memory and you have the need, and between the two of us we have the seed of everything that waits ahead. When the world was green and will be again.
again. I remember the river in the valley, where my mother took my hand when I was small. She said, "This is the place we come from, child. This is the water that will outlast all." I grew up with the sound of it beside me. I never thought to mark the day it thinned. I never thought to thank it for the living, until the year the rains began to end. I have been carrying this for 30 years, through the dust and through the gray and through the cost, through every step that took us from the valley, through every piece of what we almost lost. When the world was green, the rivers ran so loud you couldn't hear yourself. When the world was green, there were trees so old they kept the rain themselves. I have the memory and you have the need, and between the two of us we have the seed of everything that waits ahead. When the world was green and will be again. I don't tell you this to make you grieve it. I don't tell you this to make the gray feel worse. I tell you this because somewhere ahead of us, the memory will find its full reverse. The valley that I'm walking toward is waiting, with the same green that my mother showed to me. And the river that she stood in is still running, and I am going back to help you see. Your father never saw the rain in summer. Your child has never touched a living leaf. But between my memory and your arriving, the green is not a fantasy, it's a deed. When the world was green, the rivers ran so loud you couldn't hear yourself. When the world was green, there were trees so old they kept the rain themselves. We have the memory, we have the need, we have the love between 3 generations. We have the seed of everything that waits ahead. The world was green and will be